Lesson 1: The Joy of Travel.
Greetings, Anna. I heard you just got back from an amazing trip. How was it?
It was fantastic, John. Absolutely the best vacation I've had in years.
That's wonderful to hear. Where did you go, if you don't mind me asking?
I spent 2 weeks exploring the beautiful countryside in Italy. Such an incredible experience.
Italy, huh? That must have been simply breathtaking. I've always wanted to visit.
It truly was. The landscapes, the food, the culture, it all made for an unforgettable journey.
I can imagine. Italy seems like the perfect destination for a fulfilling, enjoyable trip.
Definitely. The pace of life there is so much more relaxed and appreciative.
That sounds like exactly what the soul needs sometimes, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It was the perfect antidote to the stresses of everyday life.
I bet. Getting away from it all and immersing yourself in a new environment.
Exactly. It really helped me recharge and come back feeling refreshed.
That's so good to hear. I'm glad you had such a wonderful, restorative experience.
Me too. It's made me even more eager to travel and explore more of the world.
I can understand that. Discovering new places is such a rewarding adventure.
It really is. The journey itself becomes just as fulfilling as the destination.
Couldn't agree more. Sounds like you've caught the travel bug, my friend.
Lesson 2: Navigating Airport Security.
Hey Anna, I heard you just got back from a trip. How was the airport experience?
Oh, it was quite the adventure, John. The security screening was a bit of a hassle.
I can imagine. Airport security can be a real pain sometimes.
Definitely. I had to get my bags pulled for separate screening, which was a real inconvenience.
That's never fun. Do you have any tips for making the security process smoother?
Well, one thing that helped was packing my liquids and electronics in an easily accessible bag.
Good call. That makes it a lot easier when they need to take a closer look.
Exactly. And I made sure to wear slip-on shoes to speed things up.
Smart thinking. Anything else you'd recommend?
Yes, arriving at the airport with plenty of time to spare is key.
Absolutely. That way you don't feel rushed and stressed.
Definitely. And being polite and cooperative with the security staff goes a long way.
Good point. A little patience and a friendly attitude can go a long way.
Absolutely. It makes the whole process much smoother.
Sounds like you've got it all figured out. Thanks for the helpful tips.
Of course. I'm happy to share what I've learned. Navigating airport security is an art form.
No doubt about it. I appreciate you taking the time to pass on your wisdom.
Anytime, John. Hopefully, your next trip through the airport will be a breeze.
I'll keep all your advice in mind. Safe travels to you.
Lesson 3: Keeping calm.
Hey Anna, you seem a bit stressed out. What's on your mind?
Ugh, I've just been feeling so overwhelmed lately. There's just so much going on, you know?
I hear you. It can be really tough to keep up with everything these days.
Absolutely. The constant pressure just starts to wear me down after a while.
I get that. But try not to let it get you down too much. There are ways to manage the stress.
That's true. Any tips? I could use some strategies to keep my head above water.
Well, for starters, make sure you're taking regular breaks to recharge. Even 10 to 15 minutes can help.
Good point. And maybe try to prioritize the most important things so I don't feel so scattered.
Definitely. Making a plan and tackling tasks one by one can make a big difference.
Ooh, and don't forget the power of deep breathing. That can work wonders for calming the mind.
Absolutely. Slow, mindful breaths can really help you center yourself.
I'll have to give that a try. And maybe fit in some light exercise too, to boost my mood.
Smart move. Even a quick walk around the block can help clear your head.
You're right. I just need to be more intentional about taking care of myself.
Exactly. It's all about finding little ways to recharge and refocus.
Thanks, John. I really needed this pep talk. I feel better already.
Anytime, Anna. We all need a reminder to slow down and take care of ourselves sometimes.
Lesson 4: Dinner Party Prep.
Alright, Anna, we've got the guests arriving soon. What do we still need to get ready?
Well, we should probably set the table with some nice napkins and utensils.
Good call. I'll get those from the drawer. Anything else we should do?
Let's make sure we have enough plates and glasses for everyone.
Gotcha. I'll double check the cabinet and see what we're missing.
And don't forget to put out some coasters to protect the table.
Excellent idea. Can't have any water rings messing up the nice wood.
Exactly. And we should probably light a few candles to set the mood.
Ooh, good thinking. The soft lighting will make it feel so cozy.
Definitely. And maybe we should put out a few appetizers too.
Good call. I'll grab some of those cheese and cracker trays.
Perfect. I think that covers the essentials. Anything else you can think of?
Maybe we should put a vase of fresh flowers on the table?
Wonderful idea. That'll really make the whole spread look elegant.
All right, I'm on it. This is going to be a great dinner party.
I'm sure it will be. With our teamwork, it's going to be a hit.
I couldn't agree more. All right, let's get this place looking amazing.
Lesson 5: Business Strategies.
Morning, Anna. I wanted to discuss our customer retention strategy.
Excellent idea. Customer retention is key to our business growth.
Exactly. Let's focus on ways we can keep our existing customers happy.
Well, one thing that's important is providing top-notch customer service.
Definitely. Going the extra mile to address their needs is crucial.
Agreed. And offering loyalty programs can be a great way to retain them.
Good point. Incentivizing repeat business is a smart move.
Absolutely. It shows we value their loyalty.
Absolutely. And we should look into personalized marketing as well.
Definitely. Tailoring our outreach to their specific interests is key.
For sure. It makes them feel like we really understand their needs.
Precisely. Plus, it's generally more cost-effective than acquisition.
That's a great point. Retaining customers is more profitable in the long run.
Couldn't agree more. So, what other ideas do you have for improving retention?
Well, we could look into upgrading our products or services regularly.
Good thinking. Keeping things fresh and innovative is important.
Definitely. It shows our customers we're continuously improving.
Absolutely. I think with a multifaceted approach, we can really nail this.
I'm on board. Let's put together a solid customer retention strategy.
Lesson 6: Seeking Common Ground.
Anna, I've been thinking a lot about the tensions in our community.
Me too, John. It's been a real challenge trying to find a way forward.
Absolutely. The situation feels so divisive and entrenched at times.
I agree. But I wonder if there might be a path to mutual understanding.
That's an interesting perspective. What did you have in mind?
Well, even though the issues are complex, I think we have to try to find our common ground.
That's a good point. Focusing on our shared hopes and values could be key.
Exactly. Even moderate voices on all sides are struggling to be heard.
You're right. If we can't find a way to bridge the divide, it'll only get worse.
Precisely. We have to be willing to listen to each other's perspectives.
I suppose that means being open to compromising, even if it's difficult.
Definitely. It's about finding solutions, not just standing our ground.
You know, that's a really thoughtful approach. I respect that a lot.
Thanks, John. I just feel like we have to try, for the sake of our community.
I agree. And if we can set an example of civility and cooperation, maybe others will follow.
I hope so. It's the only way I can see us moving forward in a constructive way.
Well said. All right, let's put our heads together and see what ideas we can come up with.
Lesson 7: Navigating New Experiences.
Hey Anna, I had an eventful trip to Toronto last weekend.
Oh, really? What happened? I'd love to hear about it.
Well, I had to pick up my friend from the airport and drive her around the city.
Navigating a new city can be quite the adventure, can't it?
You got that right. The traffic and highways were a lot to handle.
I can imagine. Toronto is known for its congested roads, for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely a learning experience for me. Lots of lane changes.
I bet. Did you have to use the express lanes or the regular ones?
A bit of both, actually. Trying to figure out the different options was tricky.
I can see how that would be confusing, especially if you're not familiar with the area.
Totally. And then finding my way to her hotel through all the downtown streets.
Oh man, that must have been stressful. City driving can be really overwhelming.
No kidding. I was just glad I had a good map app to guide me through it all.
Technology to the rescue. That definitely makes navigating new places easier.
Absolutely. I don't know how people found their way around before smartphones.
Right? It's like a whole new world of travel convenience. Did you enjoy the trip overall?
You know, despite the driving challenges, it was great to see my friend. Worth it in the end.
That's awesome. Sometimes the little adventures are what make trips memorable.
Exactly. It was definitely an experience I won't forget anytime soon.
Lesson 8: Curious Concessions.
Morning, Anna. I heard you had an interesting interaction with your coach Gus.
Oh yes, it was quite peculiar. He gave me some rather unusual items during practice.
Unusual items? What do you mean? Like, what kind of things did he give you?
Well, first he passed me a stick with some kind of corn syrup on it. Can you believe that?
Corn syrup on a stick? That's a bit strange for an athlete to be consuming.
I know. I was a little perplexed, but I figured he must have had a reason for it.
Maybe it was meant to be a quick energy boost or something?
Maybe, but then he also gave me liniment for my tired legs afterwards.
Liniment? Isn't that more of a muscle rub or ointment? Odd combination.
Exactly. I was wondering if he was just trying out some unconventional methods.
Maybe he's experimenting with different recovery techniques.
Could be. Or maybe he's just a little eccentric when it comes to coaching.
Eccentric coaches are always an interesting bunch, aren't they?
You got that right. I'm definitely curious to see what other surprises he has in store.
Well, as long as the corn syrup and liniment do the trick, I suppose it's all good.
True. As long as I'm feeling fresh and ready for the next practice, I can't complain.
Absolutely. Gotta trust the process, even if it is a bit unorthodox.
Exactly. I'm just going to keep an open mind and see where this coaching journey takes me.
Sounds like a plan. Let me know if Gus has any other curious concessions up his sleeve.
Lesson 9, Feline Fascination.
Hey Anna, I heard you've got a new furry friend at home.
You heard right. I just adopted the most adorable little kitten.
Really? What's this new pet of yours like?
Oh, she's the sweetest thing. She has the cutest little pink nose and the most mesmerizing yellow eyes.
That sounds absolutely precious. And what does she do?
Well, whenever she wants attention or a snack, she just lets out the tiniest meow. It's the most endearing sound.
A little meowing ball of cuteness, eh? I can just imagine how that must melt your heart.
Absolutely. I find myself constantly cooing over her and giving her all the pets and cuddles.
I bet. New pets have a way of capturing our affection, don't they?
They really do. This little kitten has quickly become my new best friend.
That's so great that you've found a new furry companion. I'm sure she's bringing you tons of joy.
She really is. It's been such a delight having her around the house.
I can only imagine. Kittens have a way of brightening up any space.
Definitely. She's just so playful and curious, it's endlessly entertaining.
Sounds like the perfect recipe for a wonderful new pet. I'm happy for you, Anna.
Thanks, John. I'm absolutely smitten with my little feline friend.
I can tell. Well, give that adorable kitten of yours an extra snuggle from me.
Lesson 10, Primetime Pastime.
Morning, Anna. Have you heard about this new game show that's taking the country by storm?
No, I haven't. What's it all about?
It's this really fun and interactive game that's perfect for TV. The contestants have to complete all sorts of wacky challenges.
Ooh, that sounds right up my alley. What kind of challenges are we talking about here?
Everything from physical stunts to brain teasing puzzles. It's a real mix of skills and silliness.
Wow, that does sound really entertaining. I bet the audience gets a kick out of watching it all unfold.
Absolutely. The producers really know how to keep viewers engaged, with commercial breaks and all.
Commercial breaks, huh? I guess that makes sense for a TV game show.
Yeah, they've got to keep those ad revenues rolling in. But the breaks actually add to the suspense, in my opinion.
I can see that. Leaves you on the edge of your seat, wondering what'll happen next.
Exactly. The perfect formula for keeping people glued to the screen.
Well, you've definitely piqued my interest. I'll have to tune in and see what all the fuss is about.
I think you'll love it, Anna. It's such a fun and engaging watch.
I'm sold. Guess I know what I'll be doing on my next TV night.
Excellent. Let me know what you think of it, alright?
Will do, John. Can't wait to get in on the primetime pastime action.
That's the spirit. Enjoy the show, my friend.
Lesson 11, Travels and Tribulations.
Hey Anna, I heard you just got back from a trip. How was it?
Oh, it was quite an adventure. The travel itself was a bit of a hassle, but the destination was worth it.
That's too bad about the travel troubles. What kind of issues did you run into?
Well, there were flight delays, lost luggage, the whole 9 yards. But despite the troubles, I still managed to have a great time.
Wow, that's impressive. It's easy to let the frustrations ruin the whole experience.
That's true, but I try to keep a positive outlook. I'm just glad I made it there in one piece, even if it took some extra effort.
That's a great attitude to have. So, where did you end up going, if you don't mind me asking?
I visited my sister in Paris. It was my first time there, and it was absolutely beautiful.
Paris, huh? That must have been wonderful, even with the travel hiccups.
It really was. The architecture, the food, the culture, it was all so captivating.
I bet. That's definitely on my bucket list. Glad you had a good time, despite the inconveniences.
Thanks, John. It was worth it in the end. Hopefully, your next trip goes a bit more smoothly.
Well, I'm sure I'll have my fair share of travel troubles eventually. But that's all part of the adventure, right?
Exactly. It's all about making the best of the situation and enjoying the journey.
Well said, my friend. Can't wait to hear about your next adventure.
Likewise, John. In the meantime, I've got some great photos to share from my Parisian escapades.
Sounds good, I'd love to see them. A little taste of the city of love.
You got it. I'll bring them over later and we can relive the trip together.
It's a deal. I'm looking forward to it, Anna.
Lesson 12, Dickensian Delight.
Morning, Anna. Did you know Charles Dickens was born in England?
Ah, yes, the legendary English novelist. His stories were so rich and captivating.
Absolutely. He had a way of bringing his characters to life, didn't he?
Definitely. From Oliver Twist to Ebenezer Scrooge, his cast was truly unforgettable.
Scrooge is probably one of his most iconic creations. That transformation from a miser to a kind-hearted soul is so heartwarming.
Agreed. And the way Dickens wove social commentary into his tales was so clever.
Indeed. He used his stories to shine a light on the plight of the less fortunate in Victorian England.
Exactly. Novels like Great Expectations and A Tale of Two Cities were masterful in that regard.
Definitely. Dickens had an incredible talent for blending entertaining storytelling with social commentary.
Absolutely. And his writing style was so distinct and captivating. The way he used language was truly remarkable.
Couldn't agree more. The vivid descriptions and memorable dialogue are what make his work so timeless.
Absolutely. No wonder Dickens is considered one of the greatest writers in the English language.
Definitely. His influence can still be felt in literature and popular culture today.
Definitely. There's just something about the Dickensian world that continues to captivate readers.
Absolutely. His stories and characters have truly stood the test of time.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Dickens was a true master of his craft.
Agreed. I could go on all day about the brilliance of Charles Dickens and his literary legacy.
As could I. He was truly a one-of-a-kind writer who left an indelible mark on the world.
Well said, Anna. Dickens' works have certainly enriched the lives of countless readers.
Lesson 13, Remembrance Reflections.
Hey Anna, did you hear about the famous poem In Flanders Fields?
Yes, that poignant poem written by Canadian soldier John McCrae during World War I.
Exactly. It's such a powerful piece that has resonated with people for decades.
Indeed. The imagery of the poppies blowing in the wind is so hauntingly beautiful.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful way to honor the memory of those who gave their lives.
Definitely. That poem has become a symbol of remembrance around the world.
You're right. It reminds us to never forget the sacrifices of our loved ones and fellow citizens.
Absolutely. Reciting that poem is a meaningful way to pay tribute to our fallen heroes.
Agreed. It's incredible how the written word can capture the essence of such profound loss and sorrow.
Definitely. Poetry has a unique power to touch the hearts and minds of people.
Absolutely. In Flanders Fields is a prime example of that timeless, emotive quality.
Definitely. It's a piece that transcends time and culture, resonating with people everywhere.
You got that right. It's a testament to the enduring human spirit in the face of adversity.
Exactly. Poems like that help us to never forget the true cost of war and conflict.
Absolutely. They remind us to cherish the memories of those we've lost.
Definitely. It's so important to keep their legacies alive through shared remembrance.
Well said, Anna. In Flanders Fields will continue to inspire generations to come.
Lesson 14, Fitness Favorites.
Morning, Anna. I've been wanting to try a new exercise routine. Any suggestions?
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of mixing up my workouts to keep things interesting.
That's a great idea. I usually just stick to the basics like jogging and weightlifting.
There are so many fun options out there. Have you ever considered trying yoga?
Yoga? I'm not sure, it doesn't really seem like my kind of thing.
Trust me, it's amazing for both your physical and mental well-being.
Alright, I'll give it a try. What about you? Do you have a favorite type of exercise?
Well, I really enjoy cycling. It's a great cardio workout and it's easy on the joints.
Cycling, huh? That does sound appealing, especially with the weather getting nicer.
Definitely. And you can do it solo or join a group ride for some extra motivation.
That's a good point. Maybe I'll dust off my old bike and go for a spin.
Wonderful. I'd be happy to join you sometime if you're up for the company.
I'd love that, Anna. It'll be great to have a workout buddy.
Absolutely. We can push each other and try new routes. Fitness is more fun together.
You're right about that. I'm feeling inspired to switch up my routine now.
I'm glad I could provide some helpful suggestions. Let me know how it goes.
Will do. Thanks for the great advice, Anna. I appreciate it.
Lesson 15, Exam Surprises.
Hey Anna, I'm feeling a bit nervous about my upcoming exam.
Oh really? What subject is the exam for?
It's for my English literature class. I'm worried I might not do so well.
I'm sure you'll do great. You've been working so hard in that class.
I hope so, but you know how tricky those literature exams can be.
Actually, I heard the professor sometimes throws in some unexpected questions.
Really? What do you mean by that?
Well, my friend took the exam last semester and said the professor asked some creative writing prompts.
Creative writing prompts? But this is a literature class.
I know, right? My friend was caught off guard at first, but ended up enjoying that part of the exam.
Huh, that's interesting. I wonder why the professor would do that.
Maybe they want to see how well you can apply the concepts you've learned.
I suppose that makes sense. I'll have to keep an open mind then.
Exactly. And just remember, the professor likely wants you all to succeed.
You're right. I shouldn't overthink it. I'll just do my best and see what happens.
That's the spirit. I'm sure you'll pleasantly surprise yourself.
Thanks, Anna. I really appreciate you taking the time to chat about this.
Lesson 16, Cafe Conundrum.
Excuse me, Anna, have you decided what you'd like to order?
Not yet, I'm having a hard time choosing between the salad and the sandwich.
I was thinking of getting the chicken sandwich. What do you think about that?
The chicken sandwich does sound good. What kind of sides do they have?
I believe they have fries, a fruit cup, or a small house salad as options.
Maybe I'll just get the house salad then. That way I can have a lighter meal.
Good thinking. I was debating getting a salad myself, but I think I'm in the mood for something more filling.
That makes sense. The sandwich will probably hold you over better until dinner.
Exactly. Plus, I could always take the salad home for lunch tomorrow.
That's a great idea. Okay, I think I'll go with the house salad then.
Sounds good. I'll let the server know we're ready to order when they swing by again.
Wonderful, thanks John. I appreciate you helping me decide.
No problem at all. I'm glad we could figure out the perfect meal for both of us.
Lesson 17, Small Town Adventures.
Morning, Anna. Have you heard about that little town we passed on the way here?
You mean the one with the population of just over 1,000 people? I was really intrigued by that.
Right. Despite its small size, I've been told there's actually quite a lot to do there.
Oh, really? Like what kind of attractions or activities do they have?
Well, for starters, They have a charming historic downtown area with unique local shops and restaurants.
That sounds lovely. I always enjoy exploring those kinds of quaint town centers.
Me too. And apparently, they also have some beautiful hiking trails and parks in the surrounding countryside.
Perfect for a relaxing day trip then. I bet the scenery is gorgeous.
Exactly. And I heard they even have a cozy little theater that hosts live music and theater performances.
How delightful. It's amazing that such a small town can pack in so much to do.
I know, right? It just goes to show you don't need a huge population to have a vibrant community.
Definitely. I'd love to plan a visit there sometime soon. It sounds like the perfect weekend getaway.
I agree. Let's look into planning a trip. I think it could be a really fun and interesting experience.
Sounds like a plan. I'm already looking forward to discovering all the hidden gems in that little town.
Same here. It'll be an adventure exploring somewhere new together.
Lesson 18, Modes of Motion.
Hey Anna, have you ever thought about all the different ways we can get around?
You mean like transportation? There are so many options these days, it's kind of amazing.
Exactly. You can walk, bike, drive a car, take a train, fly on a plane, the list goes on.
That's true. And each mode of transportation has its own unique advantages and disadvantages.
Definitely. Like walking is great for your health, but can be slower than other methods.
Absolutely. And riding a bike is an eco-friendly option, but you have to factor in things like weather and distance.
Definitely. And then there are public transportation options like buses and subways, which are convenient but can have set schedules.
And flying is the fastest way to travel long distances, but it can be more expensive.
Exactly. It's all about weighing the pros and cons and choosing what works best for your needs and situation.
Totally. It's amazing how much thought and planning often goes into even a simple trip from one place to another.
You're so right. But I kind of enjoy thinking through all the different possibilities. It's like a little puzzle to solve.
Me too. It's fun to explore the various transportation options available and find the one that's the best fit.
Agreed. It really opens up the world when you have so many ways to get around.
Definitely. The possibilities for adventure and exploration are endless.
Absolutely. I love how transportation connects us to new places and experiences.
Lesson 19, Wish upon a Star.
Hey Anna, if you could have 3 wishes granted, what would they be?
That's an interesting question. Let me think about that for a moment.
Take your time. I'm curious to hear what kind of wishes you'd come up with.
Well, my first wish would probably be for world peace. I think that would be a game changer.
That's a noble wish. I can definitely see the appeal of global harmony.
Absolutely. And for my second wish, maybe I'd ask for the ability to travel anywhere in the world instantly.
Boo, that would be incredible. Just imagine being able to explore the entire globe on a whim.
I know, right? The possibilities would be endless. And as for my third wish,
Yes, what would that be? I'm on the edge of my seat here.
for my third wish, I think I'd ask to have the power to grant wishes myself.
Wow, that's a really clever one. Then you could help make everyone else's wishes come true.
Exactly. Wouldn't that be amazing? What about you, John? What would your three wishes be?
Let me see. Well, my first wish would definitely be for the ability to fly under my own power.
Ooh, that would be so much fun. Soaring through the skies whenever you wanted.
Definitely. And for my second wish, I think I'd ask for unlimited travel funding.
Oh, smart. That way you could go anywhere and do anything without worrying about the cost.
Precisely. And as for my third wish, I think I'd wish for the power to make all my other wishes come true.
Haha, clever. That way you'd have total control over making your dreams a reality.
Exactly. Although, come to think of it, maybe I should have wished for unlimited wishes instead.
Good point. Then the possibilities would truly be endless.
Exactly. Ah well, I guess I'll have to settle for just three for now.